This is the Conservative Czar, March 9th, 2022. Yeah, I want to talk about a subject that's off the television. It's all over Ukraine, 24/7 on every place. I want to talk about a subject which is very, very important. I think it's probably more important than the war on Ukraine. It's a tough one, and that is the Supreme Court. And I want to try to explain what I'm going to get at here is that the Democrats never miss a beat in selecting a nominee for the court. It's always radical. The new nominee, Ketanji Brown Jackson, is the most radical nomination for the Supreme Court in the history of the country. It's unbelievable. And the Democrats, always nominate certain votes. They have 3 people that they appointed on the court right now. Of the 9, 3 were appointed by Democrats. Sotomayor, Kagan, and now Jackson. They're never going to lose a vote on these 3 people. These people never surprise. They're always radical liberal on the court. In contrast, if we look at the Republican selections, there are 6. Roberts, Barrett, Kavanaugh have been disappointments. They aren't solid. They weren't solid. Okay, Barrett's still up in the air a little bit, but Kavanaugh, Roberts aren't. They can't be trusted on conservative votes. There are 3 justices that can be relied on most of the time, 2 all the time. Alito and Thomas are equivalent in their stridency for conservative principles as the 3 Democrats are for radical liberal viewpoints. Gorsuch is somewhat in the middle between Barrett and Alito. So that's the lay of the land, but we've missed on so many. And the reason, I want to go back to Trump, who picked 3 of these people. I'm a huge Trump fan. I believe in Donald Trump. But when he came, he had a brilliant idea, great idea. And I want to oversimplify this. But when it was all said and done, he picked 46 people, and he said, I'm going to pick my Supreme Court nominees from these 46 people. Well, that's fine. They were all okay, good. They weren't horrible bad people, but there was a range within those 46, and there were some that were rock solid. They would be like Sotomayor and Kagan and Jackson. They would constantly vote with Alito and Thomas. There were about 5 to 10 of those of the 46. Trump didn't go there. Democrats would go there all the time. But Trump didn't, and people are talking in his ears. And that's what happened here. Oh, you can't pick somebody that. And one of those people talking in his ear is McConnell. Oh, I can't get the votes for this guy. I can't get the votes for this guy. That bothered the Democrats? No. They'll fight the fight. Donald Trump blinked. And so he picked, of the 46, one that was one of the more liberal judges, if not the top 5 liberal judges of the 46. And they're all okay. We're not talking about them nominating a liberal. But it was Kavanaugh. They could have gone to the other extreme, but they didn't. They picked Kavanaugh. Gorsuch was smack in the middle of those 46. Donald Trump could have gone to certain votes, but he didn't. He hedged his bets, and that's the issue I wanted to talk about today, because this is what Republicans do. Democrats are much better at it. They're much better in unifying their party and voting en masse. Republicans aren't. And I hate to say this again, Trump blinked. And that's indicative of a lot of things that went on in the Trump administration. I'm a solid Trump supporter. I'm a supporter in 2024, and get into that another time. But the issue here was that he blinked on this and other issues. And we'll go into more of that at another time. But this is a conservative czar. See you next time.